Oh yeah, is it Thursday already? Wow, we got a lot to talk about today as there was another red carpet premiere for The Acolyte with a million more interviews with the cast and crew, and we got some new trailers for The Acolyte as well with new shots that we've never seen before that add so much more context. And yes, it is my birthday. I appreciate all the happy birthdays in the chat. I really, really do. Let's dive into all of it. What's up, everybody? How's it going on this fine Thursday afternoon? I got a lot of these things, so I'm just going to start throwing them at the camera. How's everybody doing on this fine Thursday afternoon? What's up, chat? How's everybody doing? Let me open up the chat so we can say hi to everybody first. We got a shit ton, and I mean a shit ton, to get into today, so let's dive into all of it. But first, we got to say hi to everybody, so let's say hi to everybody in the chat. Stingray, how we doing? Kit Fisto, what is up? Mandalorian Legion, how we doing? Brandon Baker, what's up? Ben, how we doing? Jack in the house. Zap, what's up? Navarro, how we doing? Mando United, what is up? Christoph, what's up? Dustin, how we doing? Star Wars Bros, how we doing? Anthony, Maria, if I missed you, yell at me in the chat, please. What is up? Fearless, how we doing? All right, let's talk about this. Rebel Soldier Dom, what's up? Let's talk about this. Another day and another 10 million Acolyte trailers. It seems like we got so much to go over here today, okay? So I appreciate the happy birthday messages. I really, really do. Yes, I'm having a great day so far, and I'm hoping this stream keeps the great day going. We got a big giveaway today, huge giveaway, the biggest giveaway of the channel's history. And if you're wondering what that giveaway might be, let me give you a sneak peek. This giveaway will happen later on in the stream, but this is what the giveaway is. Let me do that. Let me do this. Let me do that. Let me do this. Let me do that. Do that. This and that and this and that. Okay, let's do this. Oops, and then that, and then this. The giveaway today is the biggest thing we've given away in this channel's history, as it's the end of the month, so all members instant access to this giveaway, and it's my birthday, so we're giving back. We're giving back. You can see this nice Boba Fett helmet behind me, and sadly, those Boba Fett helmets are not being sold currently. You can pre-order them, but that's a whole nother process. So today we are giving away something similar. The original design for the Boba Fett helmet with this swaggy white helmet, if I do say so myself. So this is the giveaway today. This is the giveaway, the biggest giveaway in channel history. This is another look at it. This is what we are giving away today. So if you want instant access to this giveaway, you have to be a member, and memberships are starting at 99 cents. And that's it. So if you want to become a member, get a 1 in like 50-ish chance to win this, you got to become a member before the end of this stream. Okay. I'll probably shout that out again before the end of the stream, but that is what we're giving away later on in this stream. So if you're not yet a member, you might want to think about becoming a member. Okay. So we got a lot to get into, okay? Nice helmet. Yeah, it is, Starship. What's up? What's up, John Groom? How we doing? Okay. Let's dive into all of this. We got interviews on interviews on interviews with trailers with new footage for the Acolyte show. Let's start with this, because this just came out 53 minutes ago. And I'm sure many of us have not seen it yet, but we have an interview between Dave Filoni, who's, of course, the GOAT, Chief Creative Officer. They're putting him in front of everything now to make it look good, and that's the smart plan to do, and Leslie Headland. They sat down to have a discussion about the Acolyte show. Okay? Let me start up a poll first before we start this interview. Let's start up a poll here first with, are you excited? Are you excited for the Acolyte? Yes or no? I know I said last stream is going to be the last time I do this poll, but I lied. I lied, okay? We're doing it again right now. Pedro, what's up? How we doing?
Hello there.
Let's watch this interview. Let's read this first, and then we're going to watch the interview. But let's leave that poll up there for quite a while, okay? So this is Leslie Headland and Dave Filoni. Leslie Headland and Dave Filoni talk Star Wars, okay? After nearly 50 years of Star Wars storytelling, it's not uncommon for fans for the franchise to grow up and tell their own Star Wars stories. With The Acolyte launching next week, creator Leslie Headland's dream becomes a reality. To celebrate this new chapter in an unseen era of Star Wars storytelling, Leslie Headland sat down with Lucasfilm's chief creative officer, I like the sound of that, Dave Filoni, for a directors on directors conversation about their fandom and love of filmmaking. So let's just dive into this. From examining the Sith to Anakin Skywalker's fall from the light to connections between Ahsoka Tano and Jecki, who's going to be a character in The Acolyte, and the power of the Jedi, Filoni and Headland ruminate on the DNA of what inspires Star Wars creator George Lucas and how the galaxy still inspires them today. So let's watch this. This is on YouTube right here.
Two directors talk about Star Wars.
I thought
It's only about 2.5 minutes long, so let's just watch it.
Two directors talk about Star Wars.
that sounds good.
That does
Let's
sound
do
good.
that. Actually
Let's do
sounds
it.
really good.
Tell me about The Acolyte.
I'm sorry, just you asking me that question is making me cry.
Is it? That's all right.
Yeah.
It is a big deal to a lot of people. It affects people in different ways, and this is your story, so.
What I was interested in examining were the Sith. The master-apprentice dynamic.
If the apprentice is craving the master's power, then at some point he must recruit his apprentice to overthrow the master.
Yeah.
And that
Hang on. I know I said we're going to watch it all the way through, but I'm already intrigued, okay? Talking about the Sith is the first thing she mentions. We don't even know if the Sith are going to be in this show. Yes, we've seen Darth Zipperface, but he's not really a Darth as far as we know. He's just some creepy, mysterious, masked-looking dude in the Force with a red lightsaber. We don't know if that's a Sith or not. But she's talking about she really wanted to dive into the relationship of the Sith, the master and the apprentice always eager to kill the master to gain the power. This is The Acolyte. Safe to say there's going to be Sith? Maybe. Let's talk about it.
that is the
I mean, let's not talk about it. Let's keep listening. Hang on. This lightsaber is going to get cut in half. We see that in the trailer.
acolyte.
Right.
Who trained you?
I think I know what's going on here. First of all, this is most likely this dead person here, the guy with the mask on. I honestly think our creepy Darth Zipperface dude is not going to live very long. And then we see May force the lightsaber to her.
Acolyte.
Right.
Who trained you?
You don't wake up thinking you're evil or that you're the bad
Sure.
guy, as explored by George and Anakin.
Yeah, I don't think Anakin ever thinks he becomes evil.
I
In
agree,
life,
and I
you
think a
know.
lot of the characters in The Acolyte have to convince themselves that they are,
Doing the right thing.
they're doing the right thing.
This is the Clone Wars.
Yeah, it is.
no kidding.
Ahsoka was such an interesting character to me.
When we started, we had it very much a shell shock moment for her that she was out of her depth. And I'll never forget it. George watching it and saying, "You guys are taking this a bit too seriously." He went on to explain that, like, even at a young age, she's not out of her depth for any of this.
I had a similar experience with the character Jecki. There was a note from somebody that was, wouldn't she be scared on her first mission? And I remember you telling me about that story.
Jedi training has to be valuable. It prepares them for the galaxy.
Do or do not.
Do or do not, there's no try. That's like, if you're trying, you're not actually doing it.
I had to do that with Acolyte for sure. My agreement with myself was whenever it overwhelms you that you're doing your dream, it just overwhelms you.
So these are probably a bunch of the Jedi that are going to go die to Darth Zipperface in the forest. But we've never gotten a good look at them like this.
That you're doing your dream. You just have to do it. Honestly, the times that I felt the most worried was not the special effects, the fighting choreography. It was the emotional stuff.
These things that George understood about filmmaking, understood about iconography, are things that we still try to tap into.
It's the Western. It's the samurai film. It has to feel elevated, but it also has to feel like Star Wars. Basically, what George created, it's the North Star.
What are you?
What George created is the North Star. Honestly, guys, I got to talk about this. I've been seeing so much hate online for this Acolyte show, and I got to say, what? Like, I don't understand any of it. You watch the trailers, you watch all this stuff from any of it. And I understand maybe the hatred for the person that is Leslie Headland, and I don't even get even that much, but I can kind of see it. But when you look at the trailers, you look at everything that's coming with this Acolyte show, it looks freaking fantastic. It looks so damn good. Are you kidding me? You guys know I don't say this lightly, okay? You guys know how much the Ahsoka show really means to me and how good it truly is. Because I think the Ahsoka show, if you put up against any other single season of any other TV show ever, not even just Star Wars, it's the greatest single season of television ever. In my personal opinion, I think the Acolyte has the ability to be at that level. And it wasn't until yesterday when I actually believed that, because I've been talking to you guys about hype level. On a scale of 1 to 10 in the chat right now, tell me how excited you are for the Acolyte show. On a scale of 1 to 10. Because whenever I do this, I say I'm about around a 9.5 to a 9.8, because there's still room for me to grow more excited for this Acolyte show. Yesterday was the day. Yesterday was the day where I hit a 10. It was. Because there's a few brand new scenes from these trailers that we're going to watch today that show you the world of Star Wars as it's meant to be. As it's meant to be how George Lucas made it to be. People are talking about how this doesn't feel like Star Wars. It doesn't look like Star Wars. It doesn't feel like George is creating it. It is the first thing, in my personal opinion, that feels way less like Dave Filoni's Star Wars, which is it is parallel to George Lucas's Star Wars, but it's the first thing that actually feels like George Lucas's Star Wars since Disney has bought the franchise in 12 years. Now, I'm not saying that The Mandalorian, Ahsoka, Star Wars Rebels doesn't feel like Star Wars, because it does. It just feels like Dave Filoni's Star Wars. There's a little bit of a difference. They're the same, because obviously one's the master, one's the apprentice, George Lucas and Dave Filoni, but there's a difference. You can kind of tell. This feels like original Star Wars, from the props being actual physical props and less CGI, to the mix of obviously both, but the world building and the character development. We are getting introduced to a brand new cast of Jedi, brand new cast of non-Jedi characters, and a brand new time period in the Star Wars galaxy. This is the first time ever since Disney has bought Star Wars that we're going to a brand new place with brand new ships, brand new droids, brand new technology, brand new planets, brand new everything. It's 100 years before everything. So as we watch this next trailer, as we're about to see these brand new scenes, look at the new droids, look at the old ships, look at all the worlds. It looks fantastic, and it looks amazing. So here's the thing. All the crap I see about the Acolyte before it's even been released is absolutely insane. It's absolutely wild. I'm actually putting up a poll on the community tab tomorrow about whether or not you are excited for the Acolyte, as we have in the poll in the stream right now. But obviously it'll reach a lot more people. And I'm very intrigued, because I can already tell that it's going to be a war zone in that comment section, and I don't understand why. John Frag, what's up? How we doing? I don't understand why. But that was pretty cool. That just came out like an hour ago, that conversation between Leslie Headland and Dave Filoni. That was pretty cool. But let's watch this other interview. This is one where we get a bunch of new scenes. This is a sit down with
Star Wars has always been a big...
Daphne Keane, Carrie-Anne Moss, and the guy who plays Yord. Okay, so let's watch this one. This one came out yesterday. Let's watch this one. This is only a minute and a half, but this is the one with all the brand new scenes that look so freaking cool. Thanks, Kay. I appreciate that. In Dave we trust. Indeed we do. Indeed we do. All right, let's watch this. Let's watch this, and then we'll talk about it.
Ready?
Yeah.
Star Wars has always been a big part of my life.
I've always loved spending time in these universes, and the concepts that Star Wars explores feel like some of the most vital ones.
Someone is killing Jedi. It doesn't make sense.
Hi. How are you?
Come and sit. Come and sit.
Okay.
So I'm pretty honored to be a part of something that's impacted so many people. And my kids are really excited about it.
And my husband is too.
What was your favorite scene to film?
I loved the action sequence. The fight that I have with Amandala.
Your power and your use of the Force in the fight is like, it's a whole other character. It adds so much to it. You are a strong, wise Jedi.
I freaked out every time I got on a ship. You know?
Okay, why?
Because I was on a ship. Oh my God, I'm on a Star Wars ship, and now I get to beep, bop, boop, bop, beep, boop, boop, press the button.
Yes, all the buttons.
Turn it,
all the screens.
all those all at once.
Yes.
Because that's what good pilots do.
I think the greatest part about Star Wars is that they have incredible characters and, you know, every generation just sees themselves in them.
It's really nice to be a part of that. It was insane. It's Star Wars.
I mean, come on! Are you serious? There is so many new scenes in this that add an insane amount to what we think we know about this upcoming show, okay? Starting with
All
this.
of my life.
This first look at Coruscant. This looks like it's straight out of Revenge of the Sith, let's be honest, which is the last movie that George Lucas created. I mean, the Clone Wars movie. The last live action movie that George Lucas created with Star Wars. This looks straight out of it, but even just better graphics because it's not 2005 anymore. It's 2024. This looks freaking fantastic, but what's really intriguing to me is the amount of new scenes and the amount of new information that it gives us. Because we've been talking for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks about this Acolyte show, getting excited, speculating about all these different trailers because we've gotten millions upon millions upon millions of trailers for this show. With new scenes, trying to piece it all together. Somebody's murdering Jedi. We got all the scene of Master Indara versus May, Master Sol versus May versus whomever. We got a lot of information from those trailers. This trailer right here blows it all out of the water. Gives us an insane amount of new information and characters and just... like, it's so much. But let's start on Coruscant, because this looks freaking fantastic. The world building here, the amount of just look like Star Wars, like the prequels, just looks like it. This does, I think the Acolyte's going to do a very good job of combining the feel of the prequels and the originals, depending on which planet you're on, depending on which characters you're with, because you can't be on Coruscant and really feel like the original trilogy, because it doesn't feel like it at all. But this looks fantastic. All right, let's keep going.
I've always loved.
Then we get more of an original trilogy vibe here from this alleyway, which looks like Star Wars Eclipse, honestly. I'm not too sure, but we see a bunch of alien species and stuff. I'm not too sure if that's OSHA or not, but let's keep going.
Spending time in these universes and the concepts that.
So Manny Jacinto actually says something really interesting about his character, Quimir, whatever his name is. He said, and I quote, no, sorry. He said, he said his character is a lot like Han Solo without the Riz, I believe he said. And Riz for people like me who don't understand current slang. Riz is sort of like coolness, I guess. I don't even know. But he does describe his character to be a lot like Han Solo, which is very, very interesting.
That Star Wars explores feel like some of the most vital ones.
Someone is killing Jedi.
Someone's killing Jedi. We've seen all these scenes.
It doesn't make sense.
It don't make sense.
How are
So this scene is actually pretty cool because this is, again, the flashbacks. This is when we see Master Sol, Master Indara, curly-haired dude, and Kelnaka back there. He's hard to see, but he's there. These four Jedi coming upon the witches, and we know what's going on there. we know that these witches are most likely going to be scared of or fearing, or the Jedi at least fear them, which is pretty weird. You can see the fear actually in Master Soul's face there. But we talked about that last stream. Yeah.
How are you?
Come and sit.
Come
Come and sit.
Okay.
So I'm pretty honored to be a part of something that's impacted so many people. And my kids are really excited about it.
And my husband is too.
Then we got to look at our ship here. This is a Jedi ship. Whoa, where is it? This is the Jedi's ships at the time of the High Republic. And they have a really cool look to them. I forget what they're called in the books, but they have a really cool look to them. They're very sleek, and they got these two big blasters on the front of them. Somebody in the chat help me out. What are these things called? I completely forget. But they do have a really cool look to them. And right here is our Osha character, we believe. So this might be Master Soul in there, or maybe even Jeki in there. I'm not too sure. But that's probably a Jedi in there.
What was your
Then we get to look at a new droid. It looks like a C-3PO on steroids over here. He looks like he's gotten buff over the years. So maybe this is the the original C-3PO. He just kind of lost the muscle when he got older. It's possible. No, this is a cool look at a brand new droid. It just looks like C-3PO, but yoked out of his mind. Like he looks like he's hit the gym big time. I don't know. But this is Osha right here. The twin theory has been confirmed, by the way. We'll get to that later, but Amanda Steinberg herself has confirmed the twin theory is real, which is cool. So that's fun. But that's Amanda Steinberg's character of Osha, not May. Osha.
What was your favorite scene to film?
I loved the action sequence. The fight that I have with Amandala.
Your power
Still think she's going to die in that scene, but that's just me.
and your use of the
Yeah.
force in the fight is like, it's a whole other character. It adds so much to it. You are a strong, wise Jedi.
I freaked out every time I got on a ship.
So then we get a very good look at a ship here, and this is Osha's ship. We know that she becomes a Padawan of Master Soul and then leaves the Jedi Order. We don't know what she's currently doing, but she at least owns a ship.
You know?
Okay, why?
Because I was on a ship.
We get her, and some people have been upset about this because it just looks like a space uniform, but actually you see an astronaut in the original trilogy literally just walking around. So that's a whole nother thing for a whole nother time. But you see her come out in like this astronaut suit.
Oh my
This is when she looks over and probably sees the Jedi ship going by.
God, I'm on a Star
And there you get the scale. I mean, Star Wars is really good at scaling things, and to see the scale of this ship like that is so cool.
Wars ship, and now I get to beep.
Then we get Osha here, and we get what looks to be possibly an earlier generation of a Gonk droid. I don't know. It looks pretty cool. But again, world building in a new time period where we've never been before in Star Wars, with new droids, new characters, new worlds, new ships, new designs of everything. It's awesome. And getting sort of like, you get the feeling that in 100 years, it's going to turn into this. A Gonk droid right here is going to turn into a Gonk droid in 100 years. The yoked C-3PO droid is going to turn into what eventually might look like C-3PO in 100 years.
Beep, bop, boop, bop, beep, boop, boop. Press the button.
Yeah.
Who's coming around that corner?
Press the button. Boop, beep, bop, boop, bop, beep,
Someone's coming around that corner there that they don't want us to see yet.
boop, boop. Press the button.
Yes, all the buttons.
Turn it
all the
all
screens.
of them all at once.
Yes.
Because that's what good pilots do.
Then we see her crashing, and this is probably her crash landing into the ice planet where she eventually goes, "It wasn't me. You got to believe me. It wasn't me." This crash landing, we're probably going to see her crash land and maybe even Soul crash land too.
I think that
Then we get a look at obviously Yord here in the nice gold and white, but you also see a Jedi here. Now this Jedi is of the species called Zygarian. What is it? I wrote it down over here. Hang on. Where did I write it down at? Maybe I didn't write it down. Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, Zygarian. I believe it's pronounced Zygarian. And this is from the Clone Wars. We see Anakin get captured and actually enslaved, or we go to a planet where there's people enslaved, and Anakin frees all of them eventually. But we see the Zygarians on this planet, and we haven't seen any of them in live action to date. And now we're going to see one actually be a Jedi in this Acolyte show. Again, confirming that although we've seen a bajillion different trailers for this Acolyte show, we still don't even know the start of it. We don't even know characters involved. We don't know what's going on, because this is one of our main characters of Yord, and he's standing right next to this Jedi here, and they seem to be doing something of importance here. And yet, we don't even know who it is. We've never seen this character until this very moment. There is still so much mystery and so much just brand new stuff that we don't even know about yet that's coming in this show, which is pretty cool. Yeah.
The greatest part about Star Wars.
Another cool look at a ship here. Again, you're not going to be seeing Star Destroyers. You're not going to even be seeing Venators. You're going to be seeing brand new designs for starships.
Is that they have incredible characters, and every generation just sees themselves in them.
It's really nice to be a part of that.
Then we get Osha shooting what looks to be some sort of stun gun.
Be a part of that.
Again, very cool. But we do get a look here at whoever was blowing up the witch's home. Now, this is some sort of the trailer magic we were talking about. But this is not Osha shooting that and then it blowing up. It's trailer magic to make you think that's what's going on here. But we do get to see the back of what looks to be either Osha or May's head, which is interesting. Then you see somebody's arm on the side here. We don't know who that might be. But somebody is blowing this up, and we are led to believe that this is the witch's home, which it most likely is. This is probably the inside of that dam. And then we see it blow up from the outside.
It was insane.
Or actually, that might just be the same. So they're on like a bridge here. You can tell by the railing. Then you see the same railing there. So maybe that's just like the same sort of thing. So this might be that this is a young version of the May character here. And she probably gets blown up and survives somehow, but everybody else around her maybe dies, or the majority of them die, and then she seeks revenge because she thinks that the Jedi are the ones who did this. Or maybe the Jedi are the ones who did this. That still remains to be seen. But this looks like it's going to be May because she's wearing the purple. And that's how they're probably going to identify the difference between these twins.
It was insane. It's Star Wars.
But I got a feeling that this mother here is going to die, somehow sacrificing herself to save May. Then we get another look at our lightsaber wielding. Don't get a look at his face, but a ton of brand new scenes, brand new looks at the landscape. I mean, you can't look at this and not tell me you're excited. We're back on Coruscant in a time period 100 years before the prequel trilogy, with brand new Jedi that we don't even know, because guess what? We've seen 1,000 trailers and we haven't even seen this girl once. Haven't seen her once. And now we finally are. There's a million, trillion, bajillion different things that could be coming our way in this Acolyte show. And it's a brand new time in Star Wars. I can't wait. I absolutely can't wait. And all I have to say to that is, here, you get one. You take one too. Oh, you want one? You want one? Take that one. In the back. In the back over there. That's what I have to say about that. I'm so ridiculously excited for this Acolyte show if you haven't noticed yet. But we got some pretty cool stuff to look at here. There's this other image that wasn't in that trailer. I thought it was, but I guess it wasn't. As it's in the thumbnail for today's video. Where is it? This? No. It's not that. Oh, wait, what? Oh, it is that. Okay. So we got to look at this new world as well. This is where May fights Indara, in this building over here. You can see if we zoom in nicely. Yeah. So this is a brand new island planet type looking thing. Again, a brand new world that we've never been to before. But we see May looking over there. This is where she's going to go fight Master Indara. You can tell by the location there. We see it in a different trailer. But again, a brand new world with a cool-ass walkway there. This just feels like Star Wars. Feels like the original Star Wars. Feels like greatness. And that's why I can't wait. I can't wait, and I'm sure you can't wait either. But let's talk about it. Where are we at in the chat? I don't want to get too far behind on chat, so I got to catch up here. Let's catch up. Oh, my God. What? Tony with a very, holy crap, incredibly generous $20 holla. My goodness. Says, happy birthday, Mike. I appreciate that, Tony, but you should have used a lot more words for that $20. That's very, very generous. If you have any questions or impressions you want to hear, Tony, geez, creepers. It's very generous. Yeah, that's insane. I appreciate it quite a bit, Tony. I really, really do. I really, really do. That's insane. Okay. Let's catch up on some chats. Let's catch up on some chats really quickly. Let's do this here. Okay. All right, let's do this. Here's my question. Just speculating. You could say that you can watch all three trilogies separate, right? Yeah, I mean, it's a story if you watch any trilogy, for sure. What do you mean? What do you mean? So Acolyte says, the full scenes of the Acolyte impressed me a lot. Yeah, the ones of Master Indara versus May and May versus Soul. The choreography looks amazing. The world building and worlds themselves look amazing. They spent their time to make it a great world building show, and it's just a great show in general with the actors and the choreography and the music and all this other stuff. So honestly, I've seen nothing so far that has made me think that this show isn't going to be extremely well. But clearly somebody's seeing something that I don't. I really don't know what it is, but somebody's seeing it. Yeah. That's a Sith lightsaber? Not necessarily. Just because it's a red lightsaber doesn't make it a Sith lightsaber. At some point, somebody did corrupt the kyber to make it red, but it doesn't mean that that's their lightsaber necessarily. They could have found it from a long time ago. Yeah. Yeah. I'm doing good, John. How are you? Thanks, Wizard Cat. I appreciate that. They're going to be in it, Mike. Tenebris and Plagueis? I really don't know. Tell me in the chat, do you guys think that Tenebris or Plagueis, probably not both, but maybe one, do you think that either of those characters are going to be in it? All they talk about when they talk about this show is how much they really dove into the Legends aspect of it. Like how much Legends characters they involved, maybe integrating certain characters that have aspects of Legends characters from before, or they're just actually introducing Legends characters themselves, like Plagueis or Tenebris. Not that, I mean, Plagueis is a canon character, but his backstory is still sort of Legends. I think it's more likely just going to be one rather than both, but I'm still leaning towards Plagueis over Tenebris just because Plagueis is a more known name for Star Wars fans, and he can be alive at this time. He can be. I just don't know. Obviously, the Jedi can't see him. That's a big thing. But he could be seen by the audience. And if May is an acolyte of the Sith and she's going off doing her own thing, then it's likely that she will see him, and we will see him as well. But maybe she's only dealing with the masked, creepy-looking dude. Maybe. Velcro Face strikes back in season 2. I don't know. I actually think he's going to die. I think he's going to die pretty early on in this season. But, I don't know. We'll see. Soul is already my favorite Jedi. He's already up there for me, too. I mean, we haven't even seen the guy. We've seen just him from trailers, obviously. But I got a feeling that he's going to be a lot like a Qui-Gon-esque type of Jedi who's not on the High Council because he's already seen the flaws in the Jedi. And I think he's going to be sort of that Qui-Gon-esque character when it comes to this Acolyte show. Yeah. Is this the series for which I reactivate my Disney Plus account for and subscription for? It might be, Christoph. It might be. Yeah. Swagger Like Us says, from what I've seen, this series looks well-directed, casted, and performances and real locations look great. I completely agree, and I don't see anything Because if I did, I would come out and talk to you about it. I'd be like, oh, that doesn't really look good. That doesn't look good. That doesn't feel right. But there's been none of that. Absolutely none of that. So I don't understand the hatred for this show going around. It makes no sense to me. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. John Pedro says, I think you've missed the part where she said that the Acolyte is the next apprentice. Oh, maybe I did. Maybe I did.
Two directors talk.
Let's go rewatch it then.
Is it? That's all right.
Yeah.
It is a big deal to a lot of people. It affects people in different ways, and this is your story, so.
What I was interested in examining were the Sith. The master-apprentice dynamic.
If the apprentice is craving the master's power, then at some point he must recruit his apprentice to overthrow the master.
Yeah.
And that is the Acolyte.
Right.
Ah, I see. Interesting. That is actually kind of crazy. So she's confirming right there, right then and there. What's up, Shadow? How we doing? She's confirming right then and there that this show is about the apprentice of a master getting an apprentice. And May, our main character here, this lady right here, she is that apprentice to the apprentice. So she's the Asajj Ventress of this show. The apprentice of Count Dooku was Asajj Ventress, and Count Dooku was the apprentice of Palpatine. The reason that Dooku brings in Asajj is to eventually kill Palpatine. That is the same thing that's going on here. So the masked zipper-looking dude, he is actually recruiting May to help destroy maybe Plagueis or Tenebris. That's pretty wild. Now, that doesn't mean that the Jedi are going to come into contact with Tenebris or Plagueis, but it does mean that they are around at this time, and we might see them on screen in this show. That's insane. That might, like, break the internet. If Plagueis comes into live action is in this Acolyte show, would that not, like, break the internet? I don't know. Sounds a little crazy to me. Sounds a little bit crazy to me. 10 out of 10. Oh, here's the hype level for the Acolyte. 10 out of 10, 100 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 19 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10, 4 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. My excitement is extremely high. Nice. Margin the Ruiner, what's up, says The Mandalorian Season 1 is better than Ahsoka. I could not disagree more, but I respect your take. I do see, obviously, The Mandalorian Season 2 maybe on the same level or close to the same level as Ahsoka, but for me, it's just not even close. Yeah. Wikipedia would crash. It probably would. How would they get all that information out that quickly? You know? Yeah, no? Sadly, the fans that say they have let real-world topics cloud their enjoyment of Star Wars. That's insane. They let real-world in... Hang on. You're saying that fans are out there saying that they let things that are happening in the real world, like current things, affect their enjoyment of Star Wars? You understand how stupid that sounds? And I know that's obviously not what you're saying. It's sad that fans are saying that. Star Wars, the gist of Star Wars, the reason that Star Wars was created in the first place is to take you out of the real world, to bring you to a galaxy far, far away, so that you don't remember all the problems in your real world lives. It's to take you out of that, to escape. That's the whole gist of the damn thing. What? Absolutely insane. Abso-fruitly insane. Oh my goodness. Starchip66 with a, oh my God, $20 holla. Where are you guys getting all this money? My goodness. I appreciate it so much, Starchip. That is very generous. And don't feel that you guys have to send in $20 haulers for the next donation. That's insane. You guys can do 99 cents if that's all you got. I don't care. You don't have to one-up each other, okay? $20 is absolutely insane. I appreciate it. But Starship66 says, it is your birthday, Mike. Thank you. I almost forgot. Have a great day. I'm excited for the Acolyte. Can't wait for the watch parties. And can you do an impression of Anakin? Whew, an Anakin impression. Well, let me preface your first part of the message first. It is my birthday. That is true. Thank you for reminding me. Have a great day. I will. I'm excited for the Acolyte. Yes, I am, and can't wait for the watch parties. Me either. The watch parties start next week, ladies and gentlemen. Next week. Tuesday. Watch party. Can I do an impression of Anakin? Okay.
Incorrect.
Can I do an impression of Anakin? Let's see. Let's just go to Mustafar. Let's just all pretend we're on Mustafar. Close your eyes. Let's look up an impression of Anakin so that I'm not just spitballing here. So let's do this. YouTube. Anakin versus Obi-Wan. You turned her against me?
Stop! Stop now! Come back! I love you!
Look at this. See, we're talking about Acolyte all day long, but this is what we just want to watch Revenge of the Sith all day, don't we? Oh, whoops, that's my face.
No!
You're with him! You brought him here to kill me!
No!
Let her go, Anakin!
We're going to skip that.
You have allowed this Dark Lord to twist your mind until now. Until now you have become the very thing you swore to destroy.
Don't lecture me, Obi-Wan. I see through the lies of the Jedi.
I see through the lies of the Jedi.
I do not fear the dark side as
I do not fear the dark side as you do.
you do. I have brought peace, freedom, justice, and security to my new empire.
I have brought peace. Wait, no, that's not how he starts it.
Brought peace, freedom.
Oh, no, that's right. I have brought peace, freedom, and justice to my new empire. Your new empire.
Justice and security to my new empire.
Your new empire?
Don't make me kill you.
I could watch that on a loop for the rest of my life. That could be the greatest scene in anything ever. I appreciate it, Starship 66. It is extremely generous. $20 is absolutely insane. I appreciate it quite a bit. But yeah, that's hands down. I mean, that's the best scene in Star Wars. Is it? Anybody have a problem with me saying? What is your favorite scene in all of Star Wars? All of it. What is your favorite scene? For me, it's that. And yes, it's like a 20-minute lightsaber duel, but it's that, okay? That is it. That is it. Yeah. Mike, if we collectively donate $1,000, would you recite the entire movie? Yes. Yes. If you collectively, all together as a chat, donated $1,000, 1,000. Yes, I would recite the entire movie of Revenge of the Sith. Yes. In my best impressions possible. For sure. 1,000%. For $1,000. Okay. Fearless says, I just stay away from those other YouTubers or the people on X, formerly known as Twitter, because they're all just haters. I don't want that anymore. It's no use. Look at what we're getting now. With all the Star Wars content, it's simply awesome. I don't understand it. I'm right there with you, Fearless. I really don't understand. How do we go from The Bad Batch Season 2 to Jedi Survivor, which is arguably one of the greatest arguably one of the greatest Star Wars video games ever, to Ahsoka, which is arguably one of the greatest single seasons of a Star Wars show ever, to The Bad Batch Season 3, which is arguably the best season of that show and maybe one of the best animated seasons of any show ever, to now The Acolyte, which looks incredible. And we still have people sitting here going, Star Wars is dead. Star Wars is trash. What? I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Jacob says, I'll pick up another job strictly just to fund that. Okay. You do that. You do that. Swagger Like Us says, facts. I remember when Andor still ate, despite being one of the top three series that year. The critics are critics are distinguishing. What? The critics? No, we're talking about the fans here. But Andor was very good, and yes, it did get a lot of shit as well. You're right. Yeah. Margin the Ruiner says, I only renew my subscription for X-Men 97. That was the best thing they've made in a long time. Yeah, Marvel's been on a sort of a weird little roller coaster ride recently where they have a really good project, then really bad project, then really good project, then really bad project. I still haven't watched X-Men 97, but I have heard it's really good. Yeah. Yeah. Can't hate on a show that has not been released yet. You would think. You would think that you can't hate on a show that hasn't been released yet. You'd be wrong. You'd be absolutely wrong. Funny how these cynical channels produce more Star Wars content than the actual fans. LOL. What do you mean? The cynical channels produce more? Oh yeah, it's more hate content. If that's what you're saying, they do produce more than actual Star Wars fans do. Yeah, you're absolutely right. The problem is hate sells. And hate sells quite a bit on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, whatever, X. It sells everywhere. People like controversy. People like to argue. People like hate. And when it comes to Star Wars, it's very easy to strike up a conversation when it comes to the hatred of something. And people can argue about it because people like to profit off of other people's hatred, I guess, or other people's downfall, which is just sad. It's pretty bad. Yeah. Fearless says, plus I found myself a community where a few other Star Wars YouTubers where they are enthusiastic and happy about Star Wars and where we are. Yeah, I mean, it's not that hard to find. Actually, kind of is that hard to find. But this community here, it's all about positivity and actually having what we really wanted, and that is a great community with a bunch of fun Star Wars fans who talk positively. And even if we disagree, we can have a civilized conversation about it. That's the biggest thing. Yeah. Villain looks like they suck a lot. Wait, the villains look like they suck a lot in this series? I don't know about that. It looks like they're murdering Jedi. How can they suck at what they're doing if they're literally murdering Jedi? Damn, that looks fire. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. I think they want you to think that Indara is dead so that there's a plot twist that she might be the masked villain. I seriously doubt it. That would be insane. But who knows at this point? Cynical haters don't understand that the unconditional love that we have for Star Wars began with George Lucas and the amazing universe that he created. Yeah, a lot of fans, I understand they love George Lucas, and I do too. But the biggest problem is once George Lucas sold the company, they are gone. Those people are like, no, that's not Star Wars anymore because George Lucas isn't creating it. But even George Lucas himself has talked about that he thinks that it's still Star Wars, and he thinks that it's just his children creating the new content. Indeed. It looks close enough to the prequel trilogy that this will feel a lot like Star Wars, but it's still all new. Yeah, the Coruscant stuff is going to feel so much like the prequel trilogy. It's going to feel like we're actually there, but it's 100 years before, for sure. For sure. Again, Tony, extremely generous $20 holler. And Starship66, absolutely insane. I appreciate it quite a bit. For me, it was when oh, here we go. Favorite Star Wars scenes. For me, it was when Kanan Jarrus died and the Ghost Crew got away from the Empire. That is a very good scene. Might be one of the best, if not the best, in the entire Rebels show, which is one of my favorites too. So it's definitely up there. Yeah. When Obi-Wan Kenobi chops Anakin's limbs off is my favorite part. Dark, but I like it. That'd be insane if they put Plagueis in his canon debut. What would the people say then? What would they say? If Plagueis shows up in this Acolyte show, what would they say? When I was a kid, my favorite Star Wars scene was when the Ewoks arrived to save Han, Chewie, and Leia on their way, on their war cry in Return of the Jedi. Yeah, the Ewoks are great. for sure. Not my favorite, but I understand it. Thanks, Starchip. Nice. Okay. Yeah, the amusing haters are the ones who spend all day commenting Star Wars is dead to me while simultaneously also watching tons of Star Wars content. Yeah. The people who are like, this stinks, they're watching it. Don't watch it. Who cares? You don't have to watch it. It's so good that we're sitting here like, and like, you're just saying that Star Wars is dead. Like, it doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make dollar bills. It's crazy. All right, we do have another thing to get to here. We got a budget for the Acolyte show. And this budget might blow your mind, but it is kind of similar to what The Mandalorian cost and what Andor cost. And after seeing all these crazy shots from the Acolyte and how many lightsabers are involved, how many massive shots of Coruscant and all these other planets are involved, it kind of seems like a low budget. But let's talk about it, okay? The Acolyte cost $180 million for the 8 episodes. 180 million. Absolutely insane. Okay, so let's talk about it. A report from New York Times indicates that Star Wars The Acolyte has a net budget of $180 million for the 8 episodes, or on average $22.5 million per episode. In addition, a new featurette showcasing the cast and crew talking about their experiences with Star Wars has been released. Is that the one we just watched, or maybe? That budgetary figure includes the previously mentioned $49 million spent on pre-production. So that also includes pre-production. Wow, interesting. Thanks, Tiffany. I appreciate that. And Tiffany, well, let's pause this article for just a second. Tiffany joined as a member off stream, but that's okay. We're going to do it anyway. Tiffany, welcome to the people who love Star Wars. Oh, yeah. Tiffany, welcome to the people who love Star Wars. Or welcome back, I should say. But, yeah. Become a member today, 99 cents. A big giveaway today, later on in the stream. Okay. Which means that the remaining $130 million was divided into production and post-production costs. In terms of how much $180 million is spent on the Acolyte Season 1 compared to the other budgets of Star Wars shows, Skeleton Crew only came out to $136 million. But that is still sort of early because we don't know if that's true yet. Well, Andor Season 1 was the most expensive by far with $250 million. Almost $70 million more than the Acolyte. Absolutely insane. But it was 12 episodes, of course, which puts, yeah, true. Other details and notes indicate that iconic repeat Star Wars phrase, "May the Force be with you," and I've got a bad feeling about this, will make an appearance in this series, along with confirmation that the bar fight between Master Indara, Carrie-Anne Moss, and May happens near the beginning of the first episode. Did I not say this weeks ago? This is going to be one of the opening scenes of the entire show. Master Indara versus May. In addition, Rotten Tomatoes has shared a new featurette about this blah, blah, blah. Yeah, this is the one we watched, I believe. Oh, wait. Maybe it's not. I don't think we did watch this. Okay, let's watch this. Oh, wait, no, this is the one we watched. They bamboozled us.
I've always loved spending time in these universes.
Yeah, that's the one we watched. We've been bamboozled. But the Acolyte will begin on June 4th, next Tuesday. 5 days away. 5 days away, which is awesome. Okay. That was the budget for that. We did have another article. Oh, this. Yeah, I want to talk about this. This comes from Star Wars Holocron on X, formerly known as Twitter. The Acolyte creator Leslie Headland was influenced by George Lucas in making the new Star Wars. You want to hit all the particular tropes of making some... Hang on. Of making something feel Star Wars. Those practical sets, and familiar clashing, the struggle between master and apprentice, father and daughter, sister and sister. I was hoping to embody all of those particular tropes and elements. It was daunting, however. We've achieved it in a way that feels both fresh and reverent to what George has created. So, she's saying it feels fresh, but also feels very similar to what George Lucas created in the same world, with the same tropes of practical sets, familial family clashing. That's what that said. I was like, familiar doesn't really make sense. Families clashing, of course, twin versus twin. And the struggle between master and apprentice, which we're going to see a lot of. Soul being a master of Jeki, Soul being a master of Osha, and the master being Darth Zipperface for the Sith, and May being the apprentice there as well. Father and daughter, which is kind of father and son in the original trilogy, and sister, or sister and brother with Luke and Leia. Interesting. Very, very interesting. What is this? That's just their video on it. Never mind. But that's pretty cool. Getting to see that is pretty damn cool. Then we have... Yeah, so this is Amanda Steinberg confirming that the twin theory is real. So obviously if the trailers weren't enough, seeing two different versions of the May character, May and Osha, this does confirm that this is true. Amanda Steinberg is playing two characters in the upcoming live-action Star Wars series, The Acolyte, May and Osha, both of whom can be seen in recent marketing material, despite the marketing material pointing to the twins being a reality. Lucasfilm never outright confirmed this to be the case, and at least early on in the marketing, sort of went out of their way to hide this fact. Yeah, they hid this for a long time, and then they saw that the theory of the twins was going around and people were really excited about it. Then they were like, okay, let's do this. Let's make this a reality. Let's make let's show the fans what they want to see, which is this twin theory being true. The marketing for this show has been unbelievable. We've talked about all these different trailers that we've received. It's absolutely amazing. But they've been able to hide so much, so well for so long. And there's so many twists and turns coming our way that we don't even know about. But we'll see. Thanks, Abby. I appreciate that. And welcome to the stream. All right, let's keep reading. Where was I? However, Steinberg, who plays both May and Osha, has now confirmed that the fact that she does play twins in this series. We know from the trailer and promotional spot that Steinberg's twins come from a coven of witches led by Joni Turner-Smith's mother, Anisea, I believe. I'm calling it Anisea. I don't really know. It's close to that. Anisea. And we found out actually that May's last name is Anisea too. So it's May Anisea. But we didn't know that she was the parent of both the twins, and now we have an answer. The official released production brief of Lucasfilm and Disney, the last name of Amanda Steinberg's May and Osha was revealed as Anisea. Or Anicia? I don't know. Anisea, I'm sticking with it for now. As mentioned earlier, May and Osha live with Mother Anisea's coven of witches on the planet of Brendok. We talked about this last stream a lot. And I made a full-on video about it yesterday, so go watch that video too. And it was just assumed that May and Osha were just a part of that coven. So to find out that the twins are actually the daughters of the mother is a fairly big reveal. Fairly big. It's huge. We're talking about this massive thing. Oh, Alex. Welcome to the people who love Star Wars. Welcome to the people who love Star Wars, Alex. At the Padawan level, I appreciate that quite a bit. But don't get me off topic again, Alex. Jeez. Alex. Just kidding. I appreciate it. I appreciate it quite a bit. But we do find out that not only are May and Osha twins, but it's now been revealed that they are the daughters of the mother. The daughters of the mother of the witches. The daughters of the mother of the witches. Easy for me to say. It can also be that the twins were given the Aniseia name as they were orphans that Mother Aniseia took in. We don't simply have the answer at the time, but Mother Aniseia seems to be the parental figure to May and Osha. And she's actually going to have this big sort of pull on this series. Because although I think she might die in the flashback sequences where the witches die, what she teaches a young Osha and a young May might be to be afraid of the Jedi. And that the Jedi are the bad guys. Because we know that the witches, at least the Jedi, fear the witches and that they want them to be extinguished. So the witches might be teaching themselves that the Jedi are bad guys and that they should fear these Jedi. Interesting. Keep that in mind. Now you may be thinking, the word mother is in the name of the character. Why wouldn't this be obvious? No, obviously Aniseia supporting the mother title is more of a nod, an evolution of other characters of this group of characters mentioned in the High Republic era novels, the Path of Descent. A group named the Path of the Open Hand are introduced. This group believe that the Force should be owned by no one, and they have a dislike on how the Jedi wield the Force. They believe that the Jedi use the Force to... the way that the Jedi used the Force was responsible for the deaths across the galaxy. This group was led by a character named Alicia Zeveron, sure, who was known as the mother of the Path of the Open Hand. They were eventually defeated by the Jedi. Some members of the group went on to form new ones and form the Nihil, who are the villains of the other High Republic books later on, and the Elders of the Path. Interesting. Given that the Acolyte is set towards the tail end of the High Republic era, it's felt as if Aniseia and her group, who are also seem to not be getting along with the Jedi, are inspired by the Mother and the Path of the Open Hand. Interesting. I actually haven't heard any of that either. That's from the High Republic, straight from the High Republic books. But we know that the Mother Talzin from the Night Sisters of Dothamir, she's also a witch. These are witches, and there's usually a mother of the witches. They're just the leader. She's just got to be the leader of these witches. That makes sense. And maybe it's some sort of off-branch of the Path of the Open Hand, but that's... If you've read the High Republic, you'll probably know more than me about any of that. But, yeah. And then it just goes on to talk about the rest of that interview, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, and then it just goes to talk about that. So that confirms that not only are Osha and May twins, and Amanda Steinberg will be playing twins in this series, but it also confirms that Mother Aniseia is going to be the mother of these two characters. Whether it be through like some sort of finding them foundling type thing like the Mandalorians, or whether she's actually their mother. Either way, they will look at her as the mother figure in their lives, and whatever she says is going to have a massive pull on what these two characters do in the future. And we see Mother Aniseia talking to these characters throughout the trailers for the Acolyte show. Oh my goodness. David Fieldson with a very generous $5 holla. God damn. Says, today's your birthday? Yes, it is. Happy birthday. Today's also my wife's birthday. Ooh, happy birthday to your wife. Also, Dexter Jester impression, please. Oh, okay. Okay, I can do that. Dexter Jester. Let's just get a scene from Dexter here. Here we go. Whoa, that was loud. Whoa, that was loud. Okay, let's watch this.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Here we go.
So, my friend, what can I do for you?
You can tell me what this is.
Well, what do you know?
Okay, here we go. So, my friend, what can I do for you? Wow, what do you know? Hang on, we'll keep going.
I ain't seen one of these since I was prospecting on Subterrell, beyond the Outer Rim.
Can you tell me where it came from? Thank you.
This baby belongs to them cloners.
This baby belongs to them cloners.
What you got here is a Camino saber dart.
I wonder why it didn't show up in the analysis archives.
It's the funny little cuts on the side that give it away.
It's the funny little cuts on the side that give it away. He's kind of got like a little bit of a, almost like a Scottish accent in there or something. That's pretty good. Dexter Jester, one of the goats. One of the all-time goats. I appreciate it, David. I really, really do. I really, really do. I know, the quality on that video was pretty horrible, I must say. But, you know, we get through. All right, let's get back to the Acolyte here. Let's talk about the Acolyte. So, not only is it confirmed that we got two twins, Osha and May, but they're also related to, in some sort of way, the mother of the witches. And we know that the mother of the witches and all the other witches are most likely going to blow up in some fiery explosion in the past, and that's what leads May to go on this revenge tour to be against the Jedi. So it seems like we finally started to piece all of this stuff together. We kind of know what this show's going to be about. And then you think about it and you go, hold up, wait a second, we have no idea what this show's going to be about. Because we got all these brand new characters in these new scenes that we saw today. We got all this stuff about this masked Darth Zipperface that really doesn't make sense at all. Because who is he? And how are the Jedi going to come into contact with him in the forest if it doesn't lead to them knowing that the Sith are back? So we're stuck with the same question that we've been talking about for weeks and weeks here. Do you guys think, and I'm asking you guys because I have no idea, do you guys think that the Sith are going to be revealed to the Jedi in this show? And will the Jedi know about the Sith before, 100 years before, the prequel trilogy? Meaning characters like Master Yoda, Plo Koon, Yaddle, Uriel Poof, and others will know that the Sith have been around for the last 100 years. Do you think that's how this is going to go down? And by the way, with almost 70 votes on this poll, almost 90% of you are excited for this Acolyte show. I'm really excited on how these numbers just keep going up. It's very great. Can I get some good cups follow orders in the chat, please? Bum-ba! I got a big surprise for you guys later on in this stream. Big. Huge. John Groom says, I think the Sith will be revealed to a select few Jedi. Yes. Do you think those Jedi are going to die then, or are they going to survive and then they're just going to know about the Sith? Because if they know about the Sith, that changes a lot. And it will upset a lot of fans. A lot of fans. Not me, but it'll upset a lot of fans, per se. Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate the good cuts follow orders. I really do. I hope they don't have the Jedi sweep the Sith under the rug. It'll make it even more incapable and stupid seeming, or make them feel more stupid seeming. Well, I think it's more to show that the Jedi are corrupt. This show, in general, is already paving that way. Like we talked about with the Mother of the Witches and how the Jedi fear the witches. Let me pull that article up real quick. Hang on. Jody Turner Smith. Yeah, let's talk about this article again. So let's read this quote from Jody Turner Smith about who the Night Sisters, or not Night Sisters, who these witches truly are. This is what she had to say. I wouldn't compare them to the Night Sisters. It's best not to, just to walk in with an open mind about who they are, the witches, that is. But basically, Mother Anisea is creating a community on the planet of Brendok of this coven of witches. We are existing in a time where, according to the Jedi, the power that we have to manipulate the Force is to be feared and wrong. So right there, she's confirming that the Jedi are fearing these witches. And as Yoda says, fear is the pathway to the dark side. So right off the bat, this show is going to be establishing that the Jedi Order during this time at the end of the High Republic are slowly but surely falling to the dark side. And not like they're going to become Sith Lords, but they're being corrupted by the dark side and their vision is being clouded so that by the time of the prequel trilogy, Palpatine can rise to power in the Senate and Anakin will fall to the dark side. The Chosen One will fall to the dark side. And Order 66 will happen, and the Jedi Order will fall. But it can't just happen like that. It has to be a slow progress. And 100 years before in the Acolyte show, 100 years before in the Acolyte show is where it's going to kick off. Corruption doesn't mean evil. No, it doesn't. Yes, true. Corruption is inevitable, especially with prolonged power and authority. Yes, the Jedi have been the keepers of the peace for so long that at some point it's got to go away. John Pedro says, Yoda gives a look in The Phantom Menace when he says, Yoda gives a look in The Phantom Menace that makes you think he knows that the Sith are not extinct. Yeah, we talked about that too on live streams, that he gives a weird look where he's like, I think I know something that you guys don't. So maybe it's true that the Sith are revealed in this show and the Jedi know about it. I just don't know how well that will go over with fans. Mando United says, I don't think that the Jedi are corrupt, more than that they're complacent and didn't know that the Sith were a threat at the time of the High Republic. Yoda knew for sure. I don't know if Yoda knew. Yoda's a mysterious guy, and I'm really intrigued. Give me a 1 into the Jedi if you think Yoda's going to be in this show, even if it's just like a brief cameo appearance. And give me a 2 if you're like, nah, they won't put Yoda in it. They won't involve Yoda. Because if they do put Yoda, I mean, we'll probably see him. He won't look much younger. He'll still be 700 years old. But he'll definitely have to look a little bit younger. Zap says, Mike, Leslie Headland said that Yoda won't be in the first season in an interview? What? Where'd you see that? Where'd you see that? I have not seen that. I have not seen that. Leslie Headland confirmed it? Well, just because she said it, honestly, she might confirm that Yoda is not in the first season. Interesting. But you're going to sit here and tell me that Leslie Headland might not be lying to us because she wants to keep it a secret? You're going to believe the lady? What is she going to say? Was the question asked, is Yoda in the show? And she was like, no. Obviously, she's not going to tell you that Yoda's in the freaking thing. It would spoil the entire thing. I say we see Yoda, Yaddle, and Plo Koon. I think Plo Koon's definitely going to be in the show. I mean, we literally pretty much see him. 6:30-minute mark of what? What interview? Which video? Which video? 6:30-minute mark of what interview? It was like, does Yoda appear in this season? And her answer was no. Well, again, she's not going to say yes because then it would give it away. I think she might be lying. Abby says, so if they came out and said that the twins are going to be in this show, would they also say that Plo Koon was in the show as well? I don't know if they would. Honestly, there's a difference between explaining that the main character is going to be two different characters and playing twins and telling us that Plo Koon's going to be in the show. I think they're going to want to keep that one a surprise. Talk about not telling us everything. Think back to The Mandalorian Season 1. Cast your mind back 5 years to 2019, before The Mandalorian Season 1 came out. Do you remember all the marketing for The Mandalorian Season 1? It was so cool. This bounty hunter, he's a Mandalorian. It looks like Boba Fett. It looks cool. It's this whatever. First ever Disney Plus show. Grogu, Baby Yoda, was never once seen in any of the marketing. Never even teased at in any of the marketing for that Mandalorian show. He's in the very first episode at the end, this massive cliffhanger, a baby version of Yoda. That looks awesome. And then the rest of the show, he's one of the main characters. So really, until we see a show, and The Mandalorian's the perfect example of that, until you see the show, you don't know anything about it. Not a single thing. So although we know that somebody's probably going around murdering Jedi, we know that the witches are involved in some way, we know that maybe some Jedi might die in the forest to this mass creepy whatever, we don't know anything. We don't know a single thing about this show 100% fact. We don't know a single thing that's going to happen. We know characters, obviously Master Soul, Master Indara, May, Osha, Mother Anisea, Yord. We know character names. That's all we really have to go off of here. That's it. Plot-wise, anything could happen. Anything. Super Game and Jay, what's up? It's the interview from yesterday. What interview from yesterday? Is it on StarWars.com? Or, I mean, on Star Wars' page? I don't see it. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't see it. I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it. Somebody send it to the Discord if you have it. Send it to the Discord if you have it. Because I'm not seeing it. Actually, not seeing really anything over here. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah. I believe so. Only Yoda, Yaddle, and Plo Koon all know that the Sith come back. Well, there's some other characters that could be around at the time. You got Uriel Poof. You got Oppo. What the hell's his last name? Oppo, whatever his name is. Yeah, for sure. It was the interview yesterday. Somebody sent it to the freaking thing. Am I late? Yeah, you're late. Don't worry about it, though. People say no to Luke being in The Mandalorian Season 2. Yeah, that's true, too. Nobody knew Luke was coming in Season 2 of The Mandalorian. Cole Rita, what's up? Happy birthday. Thank you, Cole Rita. I appreciate that. Tony! What the? Tony!
This is where the fun begins.
Tony, you win the lottery or something? Tony with a very, very generous $20 holla. God damn! Says Mike, for my earlier shout out, please impersonate Dr. Nuvo Vinity? What? And for this shout out, Poggle the Lesser? I don't know who either of these people are, Tony. At least by the name. Let's look them up. Let's look them up. Oh, the creepy scientist dude from the Clone Wars. This is a deep cut, Tony. This is a deep one for sure. All right, let's.
Who are you?
This is a deep cut for sure. Okay. This is when Padme and Jar Jar get captured, as they usually do in the Clone Wars.
Why are you holding us?
And there he is. The Doc.
Wonderful specimens. What's a life form like you doing in a swamp like this?
This is the one you wanted? Wonderful specimens. Hang on.
A life form like you doing in a swamp like this?
What's a life form like you doing in a swamp like this? That's pretty good.
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Thanks to the support of my compassionate
Thanks to the support, he's got he's the German scientist. He's got the German scientist. Star Wars in their direct references, German scientist, really. All right, what was the other one? What was the other one, Tony? Poggle the Lesser? Who the hell is this? Not aware by name of who this is. But let's see. Oh, Schneikes. Oh my god. Tony, come on. You guys remember this guy? Really? Really, Tony? He doesn't even speak English. See the Death Star plans right there? That's pretty cool. Okay. This is where the fun begins. Oh no. Let's try this again. How? How do I even go about this? Look at this handsome fella. Like, he might be the hottest character in Star Wars. Oh my. All right, let me listen one more time. Let me get a listen one more time. Channel my inner insect. I'm on it. Okay. Oh my God! That was horrible. Let me try it one more time. It doesn't even make sense. How is he making this? This isn't a human making this noise, Tony. It's not a human making the noise. How am I to do it? How am I to do it? I tried, okay? I tried my best. I appreciate it, Tony. I wish I could do better. Maybe if you sent an easier character to do. Good pick, Tony. Awful pick, Tony. Awful. Here, we'll just do this. You're breaking my decorations with this. Okay. Where was I? Where was I? Let's see. Thank you, Tony, for the very generous $20 holla. I appreciate it. Yeah. If you still want the interview, I posted on Discord. Okay. Let's see. Where'd you post it at? Oh, okay. This comicbook.com one. Okay. Okay, cool. He says 6 minutes in. Oh, this is 30 minutes of an interview. But we'll go to the 6 minutes in, I guess. 6 minutes and 30 seconds, you said? Here, we go to 6 minutes, and then we'll watch it from there. We'll watch it from here. So this is Leslie Headland and Amanda Steinberg getting interviewed by comicbook.com. Let's watch this.
Time this story is taking place.
I love that you checked the
actual map
he
of
checked it.
That's
could
awesome.
a character
Hang on, what are they talking about?
Anybody would mess with them, and therefore I think you see the characters sinking into different versions of their own comfort.
Yeah. Okay, and this is a quote that we're probably going to end up recycling for like a full month every week, but I have to get it because there is a mystery going on. There's somebody kind of puppeteering things in the Acolyte. So what can you tease about who's sort of pulling the strings? Who is villainously behind the curtain in the Acolyte?
Well, it's the inner saboteur.
I like that.
It's the bad guy inside all of us.
That is
just
very
waiting
true.
to get out.
Hate that
That is
answer.
so deep, Leslie.
And not that I'm counting what I'm going to end up.
Obviously, she didn't want to say who the bad guy really is, so she came up with some bullshit. I don't like it.
On this, not that I'm counting, but a certain green Jedi Master would be about 764 years old at the time this story is taking place.
I love that you checked the actual
map
he
of
checked it.
That's
Could a
awesome.
character like Yoda or other familiar faces from the Star Wars world show up in the Acolyte?
Can you imagine?
I can't.
Can you imagine if they were like, no problem, you can use Yoda?
Yoda's in it. Yoda's 100% in the show.
Not a big deal. Go for it.
Yeah.
No, there is not. We are pulling characters from the High Republic and characters from EU, but that's it.
I think
I don't believe her. For literally 0.0 seconds, I don't believe her. Do you guys believe this? Are you really on board with this? You're believing what she just said. that Yoda is not going to be in the show, or any other character like Plo Koon or Yaddle or whomever is not going to be in the show? You believe that? Give me a 1 into the chat if you believe this lady. Give me a 2 if you're like, no, she's definitely lying.
A character like Yoda or other familiar faces from the Star Wars world show up in The Acolyte.
Can you imagine?
I can't.
Can you imagine? He's 1,000% in the show. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Sound the alarm. Yoda's in the show. Yoda's in the show. Yoda's in the show. He's in the show. Yeah, there's come on, guys. Come on. Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
Can you imagine if they were like, no problem, you can use Yoda?
Obviously, they weren't like, no problem, you can use Yoda, but they probably helped her along with it, and he's probably only in the show for like a brief cameo appearance. Somebody, when Yoda appears in this show, please edit this together where it's her saying, can you imagine? No, he's definitely not in the show, and then it shows Yoda in the show, okay? As long as he doesn't look like Rebels Yoda, as much as I love Rebels, Rebels is one of my favorite Star Wars shows ever, if not, probably is my favorite Star Wars show ever. Just because it's 4 seasons, unlike Ahsoka only being 1. Rebels got one thing wrong, and it's Yoda. Yoda looks horrible in that show. So as long as he looks better than Rebels Yoda, I think we're in a good spot.
Not a big deal.
And look at Amandla. She's like, I know. Watch Amandla Steinberg's face right here. Watch her face. Watch her face right here.
Saboteur.
Oh, wait. I went too far back.
In The Acolyte.
Can you imagine?
I can't.
Can you imagine if they were like, no problem, you can use Yoda?
Look at her. She's like, I know. I had a scene with him. Or she's like, I know. I saw him in the post-production. I saw him in the premiere. Yeah, Yoda, the guy, the little green dude that I saw already in the show. Yeah.
Not a big deal. Go for it.
Yeah.
No, there is not. We are pulling characters from the High Republic and characters from EU.
Even still, with her lying like that, she does say that she's pulling characters from. And look at Amandla. She's like, "Great job lying. That was a great job lying to them. Yeah, that was so good. That was so good." And she's like, "Yeah, I just lied to all of you." But she does say that they're pulling characters from the High Republic. Now, we've seen Vanestra Rowe, the all-green, bald-haired lady with the lightsaber whip. We've seen her in the trailers, but that's just one character from the High Republic. She's saying we pulled characters from the High Republic, so who else is coming? I don't know. But she also says EU, which is crazy, because we talked about EU characters. There was the rumor last year about Darth Revan being in this show. But EU characters, she's talked about Darth, what the hell was her name? The Sith lady we talked about a few weeks ago. There's a lot of EU characters that she said they're going to either be bringing in or at least taking pieces of, which is pretty intriguing, because they could be taking Old Republic characters. They could be taking Legends characters that existed after the original trilogy and uses them here. Like, there's an insane amount that they could do. Yeah, for sure. For sure. That sounded so sad. But yeah, I there's no doubt in my mind that, like, now more than ever, I think Yoda's going to be in the show. Like, even after, like, this is somebody who's lying to us. This is the face of a liar, and this is the face of somebody who's proud of the lie.
But that's it.
I think it's so awesome that you just flat out answered that question. Thank you for that. It's so rare that we actually get a full definitive answer, so thank you.
He's thanking them for the full out answer, but she just lied to his face.
Yeah.
And the show
Think about that when he watches the show and goes, damn, she just lied to me.
was awesome. So thank you for your great work on it. I can't wait to see the rest.
Thanks.
Guys. Acolyte.
So we can't really watch this whole thing because it's 30 minutes long, but if you guys want to go watch that interview with the rest of the cast, we can. Yeah. Thoughts, opinions? Is Yoda going to be in the show? Yes or no? Let's actually pull this up. I want to pull this up because this other poll hasn't really budged in a while. So are you excited for the Acolyte show? 88% of you say yes, the math is not mathing, but 11% of you say no, which is good. That's the way majority now. That was really the first time I pulled that up around the time of either before the first trailer for the Acolyte or even after the first trailer for the Acolyte. That poll was a lot worse. It was like 50-50 almost. People weren't excited at all for this Acolyte show. And now sort of things have come around. But let's pull this up. Do you think Yoda will be in the Acolyte? Yes or no? Do you think Yoda, Master Yoda, is going to be in the Acolyte show? What do we think? What do we think? Did you guys notice Boba Fett over there wearing the happy birthday thing? My decorations are far and few between, but they're pretty awesome. This thing fell down. I definitely think Yoda's going to be in the show. If I had to guess, I would say he'd be sort of maybe either right at the beginning or right at the end as a cameo. But he'll probably be in the show. Yeah. I don't know where to put this thing. It's not sticking to anything anymore. Stay. Okay. It seems like Yoda's in the show, yeah. I agree. But where would he show up? How big of a role is Yoda really going to... Are you kidding me? How big of a role is Yoda really going to have in this show? That's what I want to know. He'll be CGI. It's more expensive to do the puppets than CGI these days. I do think he would be CGI if he's in the show. I mean, what do you guys think? CGI or puppet? Tell me in the chat. CGI or puppet? I think CGI just because puppet they did with The Last Jedi and it didn't really go over well. I don't know. I could see it maybe going both ways, but yeah, I think CGI is probably the best bet because in the prequel trilogy, he is CGI'd and he looks great. And if you're going to de-age him from there, it makes more sense to keep him CGI'd, but I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? CGI for the cameo, CGI, yeah. Definitely a surprise cameo for sure. CGI. Yeah, CGI seems to be the way. CGI seems to be the way. Obviously, Puppet Yoda's the GOAT in the original trilogy, but when it comes to like stuff now, I mean, come on. Come on. Okay, let's do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that. This, that. Hang on. Hang on. Okay. I am going to show you guys something pretty cool. Hang on, what the hell? What the heck? What the heck? Where? How do I do this? Can somebody help me over here? CGI, yeah, I think CGI is the way to go for sure. Yeah, it's just the better way. Obviously, Puppet Yoda in the original trilogy is cool, but CGI is just better, in my personal opinion. And she does talk about no other, like, actual. Don't forget to hit the like button. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button. Come on, guys. No, she doesn't. She talks about no other prequel characters being involved either, because Plo Koon could be around and Yaddle could be around. Do we believe her with that? Is Plo Koon going to be in this show? What do we think? Who could show up from actual recognizable characters? And if you're a High Republic fan and you know the High Republic better than me, as I'm sure you probably do, then tell me. Are we going to see those characters too? Are we going to see those characters too? What the heck's going on here? What the hey diddle diddle? What the heck? What the heck? Will you turn Chopper on for your birthday? Yeah, sure, why not? Ow. I just hit my head. Chopper, how we doing? That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome if I do say so myself. Okay. Let's do this. Should we do the giveaway now? Let's do the giveaway now. What are we at? An hour and a half? Okay. So this is your last chance to become a member. It's only 99 cents, and you get instant access to this giveaway we are about to do, which is giving away this. Biggest giveaway in channel history. The first sort of concept art design of a Boba Fett helmet was an all white, and that's what we were giving away today. For the 40th, it says 40th anniversary of Empire Strikes Back on it for some reason. I don't know why. But that's what we're giving away today. Hasbro's all-white Boba Fett helmet, prototype armor. That's what it's called, prototype armor right there. So if you want instant access to win this giveaway, you got to become a member within the next, 2 minutes because we're going to be doing the giveaway momentarily. Let me pull up the wheel, of course. If you guys don't know, we got this wheel here. This nice wheel, and we spin it to see who wins. Let's go check how many members we're currently at on the U of Tubes. Let's go check it out. Let's go check it out. We are currently at 41 members. 41 of you are absolutely amazing. I appreciate all of you that are members and not members, of course. Yes. How many members are we at now? 41. Yeah, 41. 41 members. So let's do this. If you see your name here, let me zoom in on it. If you see your name here, then you have instant access. Another impersonation coming up. Ooh, interesting. You see your name here. And by the way, if you guys are members, because obviously some people don't have the ability to become members for one reason or another, you can also gift memberships. That's another thing as well. That's pretty cool too. So that's something you can do too. I know Tony has done it in the past and other people have done it in the past, but it's something you can do. Just letting you know. As I see another member come in, Mr. Revenge. What's up, Mr. Revenge? Welcome to the people who love Star Wars. Mr. Revenge, welcome to the people who love Star Wars. The Padawan level, yes, it does count. You have instant access in a 1 in 42 chance to win this giveaway. Yes, you do count towards it, as we have not started it yet. But let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do this. Let's do that. Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. Let's see. Anybody else want to become a member before we do this? Anybody else? Anybody else before we get too far here? Why is this being like this? Oh, there we go. Okay. Now, before we do this, I got to show you guys one of the coolest things that has ever happened with this channel in the history. So if you want to become a member, I'm stalling for you. We are opening up right now the shop for, whoops, what the heck? What the heck's going on here? We are currently opening up the shop or the store for the channel. Okay, so I'm going to put this link in the description here. Maria, we got another member. Maria, welcome to the people who love Star Wars. Maria, welcome to the people who love Star Wars at the Padawan level. I appreciate that quite a bit. Whew. That is crazy. Mr. Revenge says, Star Wars Theory put me off watching his stuff until I found your channel yesterday. Oh, watching this stuff. Well, I appreciate that, Mr. Revenge. I'm glad you found this community. Welcome, Maria. Welcome, Mr. Revenge. Let me do this. What the hell? Oh, there we go. Let me paste this. Mr. Revenge, if you just tried to send a link, it doesn't allow you to do that. But I'm sending a link because I am the leader here. Okay, so I just sent a link to Oh, chopper just fell off. I just sent a link to this. The shop is open. Now, right now, there's only 3 items in this shop, and they are the good cups that follow orders, of course, as we love the good cups that follow orders here. We got one with the bendy, the words kind of bend around. Then we also have the straight-lined ones. The words are straight here. They're both on both sides. It says it, and then that's the view from the side. And then we got one other design here with the good cups follow orders in sort of like the opening crawl style, and then on the other side is this good cup that follows orders. So the store is open. Now there's other designs on the way, as I teased in the Discord to the members only portion of the Discord. There is other designs on the way for shirts and hats, but right now I thought it would only be right to open up the store with 3 good cups that follow orders. So if you want to go check that out, I just put the link in the description, or in the feed right now in the chat, but I'll also be pinning this store to the channel itself, and obviously put the link in the descriptions of the videos. So the store is officially open. Finally, after almost 3.5 years of having this channel, we finally got the store open, and good cups follow orders had to be the first. Look at this design. Can we take a second to look at the good cup? Look at that good cup. It's saluting you with its handle. I mean, come on. It doesn't get much better than that. Look at that design. Shout out to a girl who loves Star Wars for making this amazing design. This is awesome. This is freaking fantastic. Very, very cool. So yeah, those are the 3 designs. Go check them out if you want them. And there's currently like ones for me on the way. So I'll be drinking out of it soon. We'll be getting obviously this and that and this and that and stuff. So yeah. Yeah. Pretty cool. Pretty cool, if I do say so myself. Okay. Let's do this giveaway then. Last chance to become a member. You're running out of time. Art Decor says, I saw it on Tuesday at Lancaster Square and I loved it. It's simply it was very expensive looking and well made. Oh, you're talking about the Acolyte? You got to go see it on Tuesday? Did you see the first 2 episodes? And obviously no spoilers if you saw it. Yeah. Okay. Congrats on the store. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, the store looks great. It does indeed. Did you watch the new George Lucas interview on movie critics' reactions to Alien being the majority of characters in Star Wars? I have not watched the critics' reactions to it, but I did watch George Lucas's interview, and we talked about it a little bit last stream, I believe. Indeed, we did. Okay, let's do this giveaway now. And again, we are giving away this awesome all-white prototype armor of Boba Fett's helmet. So let's do the giveaway. If you see your name here, you have instant access to this giveaway all the way from Finn Wickens all the way through Star Wars Sith. Shout out to Tony, Mace, Zap, all you guys. Master Beckham, Jacob over there, Master Jacob, Honey Badger in the house, Ghost, Qui-Gon's Ghost. And again, we have 4, maybe 3, I forget, at the master level. The master level, after a whole year, you get a free lightsaber, which is pretty cool. But that's only at the master level because it's $10 a month, which is insane. So each level, obviously, Padawan, Knight, and Master get different perks. For sure. Okay, so if you see your name on here, you have 1 in 4. Oh, wait. No, I got to refresh this, actually, because we have 2 new ones. I almost forgot. Okay. Let me... Aha, that's better. Okay. I don't know why. I guess it doesn't matter. Okay. So now we have this updated one with Mr. Revenge and Maria on it. I don't know why Alex is above them. Maybe it's alphabetical. I don't know. Because you both all joined today. So if your name is on there, you got to, starting at the bottom at 1, Finn Wickens is 1, and then all the way up at the top, Alex is number 43. So let's go spin the wheel. So we got to put 43. Oh, that's 42. 43 in there. So now we got a 1 in 43 chance of winning that awesome, cool, prototype, all-white Boba Fett helmet, okay? Can we get some spin that wheel? Drum roll, please, in the chat. Drum roll, please! Spin that wheel! All right, let's do it. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? 21. I thought it was going to be 22 because I turned 22 today. 21. Let's see who 21 is. Let's see it. Start at the bottom and count up. I literally turned 22 today. I thought that was going to be, whoo, that was close. That was close. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is Zap. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 is Mr. Beckham. 18, 19, 20, 21, Mary Hampton is the winner. Mary Hampton, I don't think she's in the chat right now, but she is somebody who's usually around the chats. Mary, I appreciate all the support, and you have just won. Mary, hit me up in the DMs on Instagram, on Discord, on X, formerly known as Twitter. Anywhere you can reach me, reach out so I can get that out to you as soon as possible. Congratulations to Mary. Can we get some congratulations to Mary in the chat? That is awesome. Mary, I appreciate your support, and you have just won the prototype of Boba Fett's helmet. So reach out to me as soon as possible so I can get it out to you. If you don't reach out to me, I don't know how to get it out to you. So you got to reach out to me. You got to reach out to me. Okay. So Mary, if you're watching this stream, and I'll remind you next stream and the next stream after that and the next stream after that. And then after that, we're going to have to maybe think about re-giving it out because we got to give it to somebody. Got to give it to somebody. But congratulations, Mary. Reach out as soon as possible. Okay. That's awesome. Huge shout out to Mary for winning that. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so we did the Acolyte stuff. We talked about the store opening, which was awesome. And we talked about... Oh, we did the giveaway. Okay, so I think... What else we got to talk about here? What else was there to talk about? Let me catch up on some chat first here. Okay. Art Decor says, yes, The Acolyte. Oh, you saw the first 2 episodes? Now it's my second favorite Disney Plus show after The Mandalorian. The score is very John Williams-like. Good set designs, film choreography. Hopefully, the rest of the season will keep up with it. Wow. After the first 2 episodes, it's already at the top of the list. That's crazy. That's awesome. I mean, yeah, from the trailers, it looks amazing. And it's going to be hard for it to surpass Ahsoka, Mando, even animated shows like Clone Wars, Rebels, Bad Batch, for me. But I think it has the opportunity to do so. And that really excites me that you got to see it and did think that it was really good. In Art Decor, I must say, I really appreciate you for not spoiling the whole damn thing. I really appreciate it. Can we get a round of applause for Art in the chat? That is impressive. Seeing the show, not spoiling it. Honestly, you could have been a douche, come in here and just absolutely ruin our day. You could have done it, but you didn't. And it's really nice. Let's just... I just want to use these things all the time. Oh, you want one? You want one? Did you catch it? This is the greatest thing ever. Okay. But that's awesome to hear. That's awesome to hear. I do have very, very high hopes for this. For sure. For sure. I saw them talking about the score, and it's pretty interesting. Really. I've not heard about the score really much because, honestly, the score is really cool, and from the little bit that we've gotten of the score in the trailers, it sounds really good, but it's hard to top John Williams. John Williams is so good that it's really hard to keep that up. And The Mandalorian was really good because they got Ludwig in there, or whatever his name is, Ludwig, and he made one of the greatest intros ever with the Mandalorian theme, and that was absolutely incredible. Then you have Kiner Music, who does all the animated stuff, and now he's doing Ahsoka live action too, and he's great too. So whoever's doing the score for The Acolyte has a lot to live up to, and from what you guys are saying, they might do it. They might do it. Oh my God, Tony. Are you kidding me? Tony with another $20 holla. God damn. $20 holla. Happy birthday from your 3rd viewer. Please impersonate King Munchuncho. Season 4, Episode 5. Timing 3:30. Okay. Tony, this is insane. Did you win the lottery or something? King Manchucho. King Manchucho. Oh my goodness. Is this who you're talking about? From the Clone Wars? Wait, what? Tony, who? Which one are you talking about here? Are you talking about this guy? I guess, right? What? Not that. What? No, you don't want that. Who are you talking about, Tony? I honestly don't even know who you're talking about, so I need help. I'm using my Social Security money. Oh, damn it. Tony, come on. I appreciate it a lot, but I don't even know who you're talking about here. They're doing some like rap battle or something in that, so it can't be that. Tony, you might have to choose a different character. I can't even find him. Can't even find him. Let's just look him up. Should I just look him up and come up with my own words for him? King Manchucho, Clone Wars. C-3PO talks to him. So it's this guy. It's this guy right here, but I don't remember who he is. I don't know. I really don't. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Full screen. This dude right here. I don't remember him at all. But if I were to guess what he looked like, I go, Hello, I am King Muchucho. Welcome to my humble abode. Go to Disney Plus. Well, I can't show you guys Disney Plus. That's the problem. Disney Plus is like not allowed. You know? Actually, I think his voice would be higher, but like, Hello, I am King Muchucho. I don't know. Not even close. Oh no! Now I want to know what he sounds like. Okay, let's see. The Clone Wars season 4. You say episode what? Episode who? Episode Y? Enjoy next Tuesday. Worth the wait. I think it will be worth the wait. I appreciate it. Haters will be forgiven, as they will probably end up being fans of the show. I don't know. A lot of haters out there. Episode 5, season 4, episode 5. 3 minutes and 30 seconds in. Okay. Season 4, episode 5. Oh, found him. Found him. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, he doesn't speak English. Thanks, Tony. Another one.
Who packed the translator droid?
Hello.
Ah.
Hota.
Hota. Why do they not speak English, Tony? Why do they not speak English?
They can't. Is
I don't know anymore, Tony. You got pick one to speak English. It's actually impressive that you're even finding these characters. I miss Rex so much. I know. Hopefully we'll get a new Clone Rebellion show for sure sometime soon. Okay, so. Okay, let's talk about, it sounds like a bit like an Anzellan. There you go. Well, I appreciate it, Tony. $20 is absolutely insane, and to do it 3 times is even more insane, so I appreciate it. And I appreciate all you guys who sent in the super chats. Let's talk about the Acolyte. Before we get on out of here, let's talk about it, okay? Wait, I posted a link in the Discord where Michael A., the composer, talks about the score. Oh, okay. Let's watch that then. I want to talk about Acolyte, and you give me Acolyte. If you guys are not yet in the Discord, go join it. Zap, did you just join the Discord? I thought you were already in the Discord. But if you guys are not yet in the Discord, go join that Discord right now. wait, what? Alex, where is it? Oh, is it this one? Okay. We'll read this. I mean, we'll watch this one. What was the time at? What was the time at? 11:50? Okay. 11:50, you say?
It's just being able to rewatch stuff, studying them when I was putting together my fight sequences and stuff. And
This is one of the directors
it's
of the
just-
episode.
You just get to be a kid again, basically.
Oh, well, I've been a fan of Star Wars since the beginning, so I feel like...
I do remember this guy coming on to be the composer. What did he do before? He did some big show or movie or something before this. What is Michael Abels known for? What was the show? Anybody? Somebody help me out in the chat. I do remember him getting the job done.
It was my chance to really contribute to this huge universe and just take people to that galaxy far, far away in a way that makes them feel like it's the Star Wars they know and love, and yet can be ready to hear the stories of all these new characters. It's a huge...
That's awesome. So we're going to keep watching this, but that's great to hear. Obviously, he's probably going to incorporate some original stuff like they do in The Mandalorian with the Force theme and whatever, but you're going to hear some new stuff that reminds you of the originals.
Huge job to take on a project of this size, and I just felt really supported and like a true collaborator in the experience. They can look forward to feeling like they're in the world of Star Wars that they know and love, but also there are parts of it that are romantic.
There's a guy walking behind him that looks like Darth Revan. See him?
Star Wars that they know and love, but also there are parts of it that are
See that?
that are romantic, parts of it that are terrifying. And I just hope they appreciate hearing all these different dimensions within the Star Wars universe.
Terrifying? So obviously there's a horror aspect to this Acolyte show with the creepy looking masked Darth Zipperface dude in the background, in the forest, I should say. So obviously there's going to be some sort of horror aspects in the score as well. So that's going to be pretty interesting to see how they go about that for sure. He did the score for Get Out, yes. So they brought in the guy from the movies. Is it Get Out? Let me double check you. Not that I don't think you're right, but Michael Abels scores. Yeah, Get Out. So he did Get Out, and well, I guess that's it. He's most known for Get Out. Okay. And Nope and Us. So all of the Jordan Peele movies. And all those Jordan Peele movies are kind of like suspenseful, sort of horror-esque movies. And, I mean, they probably brought him on for The Acolyte because The Acolyte is going to have that feel to it. It's going to be in the Star Wars universe, but Darth Zipperface is creepy as balls. Are balls creepy? He's creepy. And... okay. Regroup. He's creepy, and they needed that aspect in the score to have him feel like it's a scary time. It's scary time. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Tony bought a cup. Oh, Tony, you're the best. You're the best. You know what? You're all the best. But Tony gets a gold star today for some reason. We don't even give out gold stars, but I appreciate it, Tony. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Wow. Very, very generous, Tony. I appreciate it. Okay, we're going to have to get on out of here in just a few minutes. I do have to get going, even though it is my birthday. I don't want to spend all the day with you guys talking about Star Wars. I do have to get going because I am going out to eat in a little bit for my birthday. So I got to get on out of here soon. Let's wrap it up. So let's talk about some Acolyte. We got 5 days till the Acolyte. So I want to hear your boldest, craziest, most insane predictions that you just might think will come true. I want to hear your craziest predictions that you think will come true in this Acolyte show. Let's hear them. Let's hear these crazy predictions because we only have 5 more days. And I got some really sad news, ladies and gentlemen. I got a wedding to go to on Saturday, meaning there won't be a live stream on Saturday. I know. I have stuff scheduled. I got a short scheduled for tomorrow, a short scheduled for Saturday. I got some community polls ready to go for tomorrow and Saturday. I know, it's a bummer, but no live stream on Saturday. We'll be back at it on Tuesday for a live stream, and that'll be the prediction stream right before the show airs. So on Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that'll be only 7 hours before the show airs, and then we'll be doing a watch party, of course. So, yeah, this is sort of the last time we're going to get to be predicting stuff until we're really right before the show. So let's hear it. Let's hear it. What do we think? Did I get any Star Wars goodies for my birthday? Can you guys wait a second? I'll be right back. I'll show you what I got. I haven't gotten all my gifts yet, but I got something crazy. I'm back. Okay, so I got a box full of old 1990s toys. And obviously I wasn't alive during 1990, but it's toys from 1990 from Star Wars. Check this out. A nice X-Wing right there. If you push R2 down, the wings open up. Oh, my hand's in the way. And then if you push this down, they close. There's a lot more. Hang on. Got Boba Fett. Land Speeder. Luke's Land Speeder. A million guns and weapons and stuff. A whole box full of characters like R5, R2. Some action figures. Oh my god, it's Admiral Akbar. I haven't even looked through all this yet. Greedo. Leia with the bounty hunter Leia. C-3PO. Nice. C-3PO. So there's a bajillion things here. I haven't even looked through it all yet. Just got it today. So, yeah. It's pretty cool. Yeah. It's awesome. It's a trap. Yeah, it is. Okay, let's hear some crazy predictions. Let's hear some crazy predictions for this Acolyte show. I forgot my main account. Okay, Zep. I just read that. My craziest prediction is somehow Plagueis appears briefly, or is at least mentioned, which isn't that crazy, admittedly. It's not that crazy, but seeing Plagueis is gonna be crazy, so it is kind of crazy. I do agree with you. I think Plagueis will be actually seen by our own eyes as the audience, but the Jedi won't probably see him. I don't think so. Yeah. So I don't think, although I do think Plagueis will be in the show, I don't think the Jedi will know about him. Yes, they do come into contact with Darth Zipperface, but I think they're going to kill Darth Zipperface, and that will kind of put the end to that. Yeah. Fearless says, Mike, have a wonderful birthday today. All the best to you, and much love from Germany. Thanks, Fearless. I appreciate that. And yeah, right back at you. Even though it's not your birthday, but right back at you for the rest of the message, I guess. It's a trap. Only just on the last battle between Rey and Kylo right now. Oh, you're watching Rise of Skywalker right now? Nice. So Darth Zipperface will be a Marok. I don't think he'll be a Marok. I mean, we're not really predicting who's going to be under that mask, so it's not really the same as Marok or even the clone assassin from the Bad Batch Season 3. I don't think whoever's going to be under that mask is going to be that significant. Obviously, they'll be significant to May's story, but not really to us at all. But yeah, we'll see. Mando United says, Yoda and the mother of the witches meet up and discuss a treaty? Ooh, that would be crazy. I honestly don't think so, because I think the mother is going to die almost immediately when they blow up the witch's place, but we'll see about that. We'll see about it. And by the way, right now, 68% of you guys, with almost 50 votes in, do think that Yoda will be in this Acolyte show, which is pretty crazy. I'm actually going to end that poll. The witches are interesting to me. The witches are very interesting to me, too. I want to know what they're all about, and I can't wait to see it for sure. Not even for sure, 5 sure. Let's be honest. I think the mother will die in episode 6. Well, I think very similar to Indara, both those characters might die early on, but they'll be in the flashback still. So I think they'll be main characters just sort of in the past. Yeah. Will Samuel L. Jackson appear as his younger self? No. Definitely not. I can't wait for the show. Me either. I can't wait for this show. All right, I think I'm going to get on out of here. I appreciate all you guys for the very generous birthday wishes. I appreciate all of you. Huge shout out to all the new members. Maria, Mr. Revenge, Alex, very, very generous. Tiffany for rejoining as a member. Massive shout out to David for the $5 holla, Starship 66 for the $20, and Tony for the frickin' bajillion dollars. I appreciate all of you more than you will ever know. This was quite the birthday stream to remember. I remember last year's birthday stream. I had a stream on my birthday last year, and I believe maybe 5 people were there, and it's crazy that almost 50 people were here the entire stream, and total a lot more than that. So I appreciate every last one of you more than you will ever know. This is absolutely insane. And if we stay on this trajectory, we'll have 250 of you for my next birthday, which would be absolutely amazing. But actually, no, that's a lie. We would have 500 of you, which would be insane. Which would be absolutely insane. I appreciate all of you guys for the very generous happy birthday wishes. Huge shout out to all those people for the very generous gifts and memberships. Very, very nice. David says, another crazy prediction. It was your idea that Darth Zipper face contains a Sith spirit like in Shadow of the Sith. That would be cool. Yeah, that would be nice. It would need some explaining, but it would be cool. I want Indara to stay alive, but we all know that she's going to die. We don't know for sure. That is still just a prediction. Again, that could be wrong just as well as everything else could be. Yeah. Yeah. Tony says, love the show. Had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun too, Tony, because you just kept giving more, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it. All right, I appreciate all you guys. This was an absolutely stream to remember for sure. Not necessarily. Oh my God. Yeah, okay. I'm going to get on out of here. I hope you guys' impressions were hilarious. Thanks. I thought they weren't even supposed to be funny. Those are serious impressions, okay? Serious. Smash a freaking like on the stream if you have not yet. Hit that subscribe and hit that bell so you get notified every time I post a video. And my pretty face will show up in the recommended feed of yours. Hang on. Darillion Gaming? I don't know if I said that right. It says, yes, I think Yoda will be in the Acolyte show and in his final, or in the finale maybe, he'll be promoted to the rank of Grandmaster in the Order because the green woman, Vanestra Rowe, who is the Grandmaster now, will die. Ooh, Vanestra Rowe will die? That's a great theory, actually. That's a great theory. I like that. I like that theory. Okay. Smash a like on the stream if you have not yet. Hit subscribe. Hit the button. And may the force be with you. Always. Oh, yeah. What a great stream. What a great show. You guys are the absolute best. I appreciate all of the very, very generous birthday wishes and everything. You guys are amazing, awesome, fantastic. Can't wait for the next 5 days to see this Acolyte show. Finally, I can't wait. And I'm sure you can't wait either, so I'm going to let you guys go. And I got to get going anyway. But I appreciate all of you. Huge shout out to Tony for the very generous bajillion-dollar gifts. It's extremely generous. I appreciate you. Huge shout out to David. Huge shout out to Starship 66, Maria, Mr. Revenge, and Tiffany for the memberships. I appreciate all you guys. Hope you have a great rest of your evening. Great rest of your lives. And I'll see you guys on Tuesday because no stream on Saturday, sadly. And good night, everybody. Do a live stream at the reception. That's hilarious. I might have to do that, actually. Chris, that is so funny. Good night, everybody.